Hello everyone, I'm back again with, I guess, a part 2 to this series, an episode 2, we'll call it episode 2, to finding a new art style. I wrote over to the side some things that I want in my art style, such as bushy, untrimmed eyebrows. I really like the look of them. I really like the look of even nicely trimmed, like very neat eyebrows, but I also find something very aesthetically pleasing about very unkempt eyebrows. I can't relate to having a lot of eyebrow hair, because I have blonde eyebrows that are very scarce. I am a ginger, it's what happens. I also wanted to add some eye bags, which, you know, everybody can relate to, I feel like, even though we try to hide it. I really like the look of eye bags, and for a lot of the characters I have in mind, like for the comic that I'm working on that I'm posting to my Patreon right now, my character, the main character, she can't sleep very well, so she loses a lot of sleep. So she has a lot of eye bags. A lot of eye bags? Her eye bags are just more defined. I wanted longer necks for some reason, like giraffes. I don't know, I just like it. And use the pressure of my pen. So when I'm lining the characters, I'll use the pressure of the pen to kind of add more depth to the lines in the shadows and in the creases. Maybe where there's folds in the shirt or something, you know, to make it more stylized. I kind of got that idea mainly from Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. They use that technique in the manga a lot, and I really like the way it looks, so I wanted to try it. I wanted to use like a rounder face, because I used to do pretty like pointed chins, sort of, not like too pointy. You know how in anime they have like the cute little faces, but their chins are really pointy. I wanted a more realistic approach to it. Chins are a little bit more round, so I wanted to try it. And realistic-ish. Just having more proportioned features than like huge eyes or huge ears and a small neck, you know? And having it simple. I found myself, whenever I would draw before, I always tried to add the most details I could in the piece. And it never really turned out nice. I can't say nice. Like, it turned out okay, but it's not what I wanted. It didn't look like what I had in mind. So I wanted to try to have like a simpler approach to my style. Maybe not using as many shadows or using as many lines. And possibly use a color scheme. I have a color scheme in mind, so I'm planning on playing around with it a little bit. It consists of blues and purples, but more along the gray toned, warmer side of the colors, and having like a contrasting color, like maybe a pink or an orange, to add to the mix, like as pops or maybe as a background color. I think that would look really cool, actually. So I'll be playing around with that a bit. Also, you can see that I'm writing Choke Me, which is it's just a reference to Corpse Husband that we all know and love. I really like his music, so I just wanted to, I don't know, I just felt like writing it as a tattoo. So I also like the idea of having many tattoos on characters. I myself have a few tattoos, and I just absolutely love them. and I think they're very aesthetically pleasing. I know a lot of people may not have the same opinion, but it's an opinion, and it's one that I may not agree with, because I love tattoos as a tattoo connoisseur as myself. Anyways, so I'm also fighting with trying to find like a good hair technique to use. I've been through so many hair techniques, like lining it and using the color to maybe shade it, or just using one color to fill it in and leaving it at that, to not lining at all and just using the color, to adding strands here and there, and there's just so many ways to do everything, but I haven't really found one yet that I quite like. So this will be a journey into finding that as well. I really need to figure that out. And if y'all are wondering the method that I'm using to sketch these heads, it's called the Loomis method, and I may not be using it completely right, but it helps me in certain ways. And I guess I'll make another video about the Loomis method, but I'm sure there's a lot out there. I learned this method from Sonia Stegman, I believe is her name. I'll link her Instagram down below, but I took her class 101 class. And I learned quite a few things like color composition and stuff. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. She's an absolutely amazing artist. Also, y'all might be noticing that I have put some extra mouths, some horns, and an eye on this character's nose. Which I thought was a pretty interesting idea. It's not something you really see. Like if somebody has a third eye, maybe it'll be on the forehead or under their eyes or something. But on the nose, I kind of want to play around with this a little bit. But y'all are going to see me play around with multiple arms and tails and horns, sharp teeth, different colored eyes than normal. I absolutely love playing around with just these kind of odd things. I don't think it necessarily makes me any quirkier than the next person, but I just like the style. I just like how it looks. So I'll also be playing around with how to make tattoos look good, like from an angle, like, you know, changing the character's position and how the tattoo would look from that angle. I really want to get that down. I really want to get good. Also, horns, different kinds of horns, like goat horns, not only like, you know, the typical demon horns that you see, but goat horns and unicorn horns. And maybe like having 5 horns or something. So I'll be playing around with that a lot as well. And I really need to work on the, like, drawing a character side profile, because I was having such a hard time doing that, practicing that here. And also gauges in the ears. I love gauges. I almost got gauges myself, but I did not. I can't say that I'm upset that I didn't, because I'm really sensitive to any kind of like earrings and stuff. I don't know, my ears are real weird. It's like a whole other story. But I want to learn how to appropriately draw gauges in characters' ears. And the main character of my comic, she has gauges, so I really need to learn. She also has like an undercut. She has long hair, but she has an undercut, and I thought that was such a nice idea. I'm just like a typical like bland ginger over here, but my characters are gonna be the coolest people that I probably ever know. So yeah, I also use the liquify tool in this video a lot to shape the face, because you know how I sketch it the first time, maybe I want to tweak it here and there, but I can't get the lines exactly right, so I'll just tweak it with the liquify tool. It's very useful, and I use the push option. I know you can't really do that with traditional art. I'll have a few traditional art videos here too in my sketchbook. But I might later have like a sketch Saturday or something. That'd be really cool. A sketchy Saturday, sketchy Sunday. I don't know. I think I'll be posting more often in the future, but for now, since I just started, it's only gonna be Monday and Friday. Well, thank you for joining me in this little video here. I really appreciate your company, and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day and night, or night. Have a good day and night. I just can't speak for some reason. So don't forget to take your medicine and drink plenty of water. Take care of yourself, because you matter, and I will see y'all in the next video. So, bye!